You remember that movie that Netflix is getting a whole bunch of shit for because this was literally the thumbnail, the poster, the cover art of the movie that they advertised on their website, but in any other country, there's a completely different other poster. So Netflix was basically outed as catering to pedophiles, and I made a whole video on it, and Netflix eventually apologized, and they made a statement talking about all that. So yeah, we already know that. But today, no, not today, but a few days ago, this got actually released. Like this movie still ended up coming out, and if you remember, this won like some type of French award. It won some type of actual award, so it's got to be a decent type of movie, right? No. At first, when this whole story came out that Netflix was falsely advertising this apparently what's supposed to be a respected movie that won an award, I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I haven't seen the movie yet or I haven't seen any of the scenes from it. So I just thought, hey, you know what? Maybe Netflix, they just false advertised it, and that's a little bit up, and they messed up the whole sales for this whole movie. Because if you can't tell, 3% of Google users, yeah, they're not liking the video. The Rotten Tomatoes by actual like critics, those are decent in numbers. But if you see like all other ratings by actual people, yeah, they're all in the shitter. So at first I really thought that Netflix really just falsely advertised this, and they ruined basically the movie for when it actually does come out. Well, it came out, and it's fucking disturbing. The amount of disgusting clips that I've seen on Twitter today have genuinely, I know this is a dead meme, this is like a 2016 joke, but they're making me want to reach for the bleach, bro. I genuinely want to bleach my eyes out, and that's not even over-exaggeration. It's not like, oh, funny, he's gonna do bleach. No, I'm being serious. The amount of videos that I've seen, I'm not even putting in this video because it's so disgusting. I'll put a couple still frames in this video because of just to give you guys an idea of how disgusting it is. But if you guys really want to check it out yourself, it's on Twitter. You'll find a whole bunch of scenes from this. It's literally 13, 12, 11-year-olds performing softcore porn and doing these disgusting, like, let me show you this picture right here. This picture should be enough. Like, this girl is 12 years old, 13 years old, around that age. Like, this is, like, what, how does this, what the fuck? Look at this frame, bro. This was in the video. This was a scene in the movie. Why am I looking like this? Like, it's hard not to laugh at this, but, like, why am I looking at a 12-year-old's ass on an actual movie, bro, that's announced in Netflix and getting actual awards? Why is this a thing? Someone edited this movie and put in these frames of 11-year-old's ass. It honestly blows my mind. Like, imagine the scenes that didn't get put in the movie that were just a little bit too scandalous for these 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds in the movie who were performing in this. Imagine those scenes that didn't even get in the video, the movie, if this is what's getting in the movie. That's what's really the scary part. But you're probably wondering, how did they get away with this? How did they get away with putting these scenes in their movie? They justified this by saying the whole actual meaning of the movie was that they should stop the sexualization of women and underage women. Yeah, you heard that right. A movie that puts these scenes in their movie, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of the sexualization. They're trying to bring light to the situation that we should really stop sexualizing these girls, these underage girls. It's not fair for them. But also, I'm gonna fucking put this in my movie. Obviously hypocritical, obviously makes no goddamn sense. What were they thinking when they came up with the idea for this movie? What were they thinking when they came up with the whole idea, premise behind all of this? I genuinely want to know that question, because the movie is rated MA. Like the movie, it's rated MA, but at the same time, the reason that the movie is rated MA is because of the acts that the 12-year-olds are doing. You could obviously see how fucked up this is, right? How is that not a red flag? How is that not a little ding ding ding? Hey, we're probably doing something retarded. When you literally have a movie, you're making a movie that doesn't even allow your actors to watch. Is that not a little bit of a red flag to you? You got 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds acting in your movie. You can't that can't even watch the thing, and they're the ones who are creating the actual rating that it's MA. Because the MA, it's not for just a little bit of more swearing. No, it's because of the disgusting things that these 12 and 13-year-olds are doing. And they try to justify this by saying, no, we're the good guys. We're trying to raise light to this issue. We're trying to make sure that this pedophilic behavior, we put it to an end. You realize by making a movie where your main message is, you know what? Being a pedophile, it's pretty bad. You realize by making a movie like that, you're not actually influencing anything. You're not making anyone's decision making to be different. No pedophile is looking at this video, this movie, and they're saying, you know what? I actually am not going to be a pedophile anymore. No, that's never going to happen. I promise you that will never happen. People who are already pedophiles, they're not going to see this movie and be like, "Oh, you know what? They got a good point there. Let's not jack off to 12-year-olds." If anything, you just gave them more material with this movie to do what they want to. Like, this is, I just don't know. Like you got grown ass men, you got actually what I would think experienced people running this movie, and I just don't know how you make this much of a fuck up. What critic is giving this 88% on Rotten Tomatoes? That blows my mind. I don't know why so many people don't understand this, but whether you're trying to get a message across in a movie, in a YouTube video, if you're hypocritical, your message holds no weight. If you do the same thing that you're calling out other people for, your message isn't going to have any value, which is exactly what this movie is doing right here. They're giving pedophiles scenes to jack off to, but at the same time, they're trying to say, oh, you know what? Let's get a good message across and say that this is bad. Let's do that. Well, why do you have 2 minutes in? Why do you have 2 minutes of just straight garbage sexualization of 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds in your movie? Like, why is that in? Because there's plenty of compilations I've seen on Twitter of just 2 minutes straight of them just dancing and performing sexual acts. Like, what pedophile is looking at this picture and saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop after looking at this. Nice. And as you can see, these ratings are absolute garbage. As you can see, basically all ones, the lowest possible thing. And you can see a decent amount of 5 ratings, but most of these are trolling anyway. Like, look at this guy with a Roblox profile. Absolutely amazing. This is my #1 film ever. I love how the little girls are twerking. Yeah, he's fucking trolling. So goddamn weird and brain dead. Like seriously, man. But yeah, that's all for today. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.